Hi folks, how you doing? This is Iqbal with NVIDIA Daily Analysis. NVIDIA and overall market is more under pressure today. The situation today has slightly changed from last week. We'll discuss the current situation and try to make an assessment for rest of the week in this video. Let's get started. Starting with the daily summary, NVIDIA opened at 92.06. It made a high 103.41. It made a low 90.69 and it closed at 100.45. That is 6.36% down. So not just Nvidia, the overall market was down today. Let's take a look. You see S&P down 3%, Nasdaq is down 3.43%, and Dow Jones is down 2.6%. So what has changed from last Friday? Nothing much, but one variable has added today, and that is Iran-Israel tension, right? And it is expected that Iran may retaliate in next 24 hours. Let's take a look. See here, most of the news about Iran are talking about possible attack. So this says that Iran has decided to attack Israel, foreign minister says. And here, Mideast braces for more violence amid warnings of Iranian attack. And now this one that says Iranian lawmaker calls for death of Benjamin Netanyahu. So overall, there is a panic in the market regarding the current situation. Nobody knows if the attack comes, how further this war can be extended. But in my opinion, maybe Iran can do some attacks, but that would be just for face saving. Iran won't want to extend any further war with Israel or the Western forces. But anyways, if that happens, market would go down further, and in my opinion again that would be a good buying point. Still, it was not a bad buying point in the morning when Nvidia was down around 93. My stop loss, as I mentioned on Friday and Thursday last week, was around 88, but that stop loss may get broken if the attacks come from Iran. Moving on, last 5 days, 9.9% down. Last 1 month, 20% down. Last 6 months, you see that? Nvidia already corrected about 35 to 40% from the all time high. Now, let's take a look forward P for Nvidia and other AI stocks. Nvidia forward P at this point is at 31.10. Is going down every day. Last week it was 37.4. Palantir 73 at this point, slightly below than the Friday closing. SMCI 19.72 versus 20.01 on Friday went down, and AMD surprisingly went up. That is 38.8 versus 38.1 on Friday. Let's take a look if Nvidia's forward P has been that low in the past. Let's take a look historical data. If you see in this table, I put together the forward P at the end of the each quarter on the earnings date. So let's take a look. It's no surprise that Nvidia forward P is that low, around 35 at this time. Take a look. So sometime in the past, Nvidia has been below 30. For example, sometime in Q3 last year, was 28, and also Q4 last year and early this year as well. It used to be around 60 sometime in 2022. So this tells that historically speaking, regarding forward PE, Nvidia still has some room to go further down. Now let's take a look historical trend for Nvidia. In this table, I updated the cumulative percentage change for Nvidia for this quarter. At this point, Nvidia is 9.5% up from the last earnings date. It's continued to go down since past few days and weeks. And if you take a look last quarter, it had the same trend in the second month after earnings, but third month after earnings, Nvidia started going up. But it's not happening in this quarter. And there are two major reasons behind it. One is the political uncertainty, and the second one is a geopolitical scenario. And the third one you can add that's a recent phenomena is the job market or overall employment rate is going down, as we saw last week on Friday. Now let's take a look Fibonacci levels. You see 90-day hourly interval chart for Nvidia and the Fibonacci levels. As we noted on Friday, the next level of support was 89.79. Today Nvidia went down to about 90.6, but it could not break the 89 level. So that's what I said on Friday and Thursday last week. This 89 level is a very strong support, and this 89 level may break in next few days if we see further escalation between Iran and Israel. If Iran goes into war or some kind of attack on Israel, then we'll see stock market go further down. But the chances of an extended war is very minimal. On the upper side, the next resistance is 108 and then 111. So let's see if the attack does not come in next few days, then probably market would start going up from tomorrow. So next day or two are very important to watch the geopolitical situation. The only thing I regret at this point is I should have waited more before I bought Nvidia and SMCI at the higher prices, because at this time these prices looks to me very attractive to buy and keep it for some time, because the long term perspective is positive for the AI stocks. So this is just a short term headwinds before the elections, some geopolitical scenario, and the temporary financial situation until Fed starts doing the rate cut. Now let's take a look other AI stocks. You see at this point almost all the AI stocks in my watch list are negative today except AMD that's positive 1.75%. The highest negative change is on SoundHound that is 8.66%. Now let's take a look some news regarding Nvidia. There was one news regarding Nvidia over the weekend, and that was about Blackwell chip gonna get delayed, and that might impact Nvidia future revenue. That's what I heard. So this news is about that says Nvidia stock slides, but these analysts are not panicking about reported delays. If we further go into that news, it says that one analyst says that could actually help the gross margins. And that is probably one of the reason Nvidia is further down compared with other AI stocks today. Another one about the same topic that says Nvidia's Blackwell delay offers investors a chance to add to positions, Goldman Sachs. So I kind of agree with that. It looks to me also at this point Nvidia's stock prices look very attractive to buy and keep it for some time. Now we see some price targets for Nvidia. For example, Goldman Sachs maintains buy on Nvidia and maintains 135 price target. It looks like for them the current sell-off situation is temporary, just like I mentioned. So Goldman Sachs is also positive on Nvidia on the long term. And now this one that's from Deutsche Bank. that maintains hold on Nvidia maintains $100 price target. So Nvidia already achieved $100. So what's the point of maintaining $100 price target? To me, it doesn't make much sense. So another one about the same topic that says production issues threaten to delay next generation of Nvidia AI chips. If you remember, I mentioned about supply chain issues can come this quarter or next quarter, and I made a video on this topic sometime last quarter because I fear that the sales and the revenue guidance keep going up, and there is a possibility that the supplier cannot catch up, or if some issues or delays comes in the manufacturing side, that can affect the revenue overall for that quarter. So maybe not this quarter, maybe future quarters, if that production delays or the supply chain issues or the design issues do not get solved sooner than later, then probably we might expect the revenue cut or revenue guidance cut from NVIDIA for the future quarters. Now, this one that says US markets briefing Wall Street plunges as US recession fears hurt risk appetite. So, overall, the risk of recession fears is still there in the market, and some analysts are very vocal about it. But in my understanding, there is a slowdown and the correction in the market overall because of several reasons I pointed out. But I'm not seeing we are going to enter in a recession for a long time. Now, let's take a look overall economic calendar for this week. So, as we noted on Friday, nothing much is expected this week. The following week after that is more eventful week, and we have PPI and the CPI data coming up on 13th and 14th. So that's all about my NVIDIA analysis and assessment for today and rest of the week. If I summarize, things are still fluid at this point. We do not know what's going to happen on the geopolitical scenario in next day or two. There are some rumors that Iran might attack Israel, and that should impact the overall stock market. I hope you liked the video. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to you more tomorrow. Take care.